Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a necklace using soft flex beading wire and their new kit that they just sent out titled Peace and Love. So this kit is amazing. I have an unboxing that I just opened up and put up online, so you should be able, I will link that and you can check it out. But we're going to use some of the beautiful beads from this kit. So our encouraging word for today is we rise by lifting others, and that is so true. Okay, so the Soft Flex kit was absolutely amazing. It is so pretty. Check these beads out. Now this is from a Jesse James mix that was in the kit, and I've pulled out the oranges, the blacks, and some of the silver. Okay. We're going to be using some of these beautiful beads, some of these beautiful check fire polish beads, and these really pretty, I love these barrel beads. I thought these were so cool and sparkly and beautiful. We're going to be using the toggle ring only and this really pretty little hummingbird or bird charm from Green Girl Studios. We're going to be using the lobster, and then I've pulled some chain from my own stash. This is just a fancy cable chain. We're going to use that. And then I have several sections of the metallic. This is metallic brass, antique brass color, and it is 26 test, yeah, test strength, 26 pounds. I was trying to find the, I think it was, 49 strand. Okay, so this is the Soft Flex metallic wire, and we're going to be using a bunch of it cut into sections. So I've done some sections longer than other sections, but for the most part, they average out, pretty much all of them are right around 6 inches or below. And I've done just a couple different lengths just to give it some variation. We're going to be making a tassel, and we're going to be using these crimp beads. These are just size 2 crimp beads in a antique brass color. I wanted them to match the Soft Flex. Okay, and that plus your jewelry tools is all you're going to need. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut these strands here. I thought these barrel beads were awesome. They're so pretty. We're going to be using some of these. I'm not sure if I'm going to use those. I may just stick with these because we have quite a few black in here. If I need a couple, I'll pull them out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our beads and move them to the side, and we're going to take our pieces of wire. Now I've got several pieces here. I'm not sure how many, and what I'm doing is I'm going to wrap them around the toggle ring, and then I'm going to take a crimp bead and put it over both strands. Maybe. I know this crimp bead will go over both strands without a problem. It's just me getting it on there. And it may be because I have not cut the ends at an angle. If you want to take your trimmers, your clippers, and cut the ends at a little bit of an angle. My clippers, my cutters here are they're very dull, and that's part of my problem. But I want to get both of these through the crimp. And I may have to pull out a bigger crimp if this doesn't work, but honestly, I tried it earlier and it worked. There we go. It's just a little fiddly there. Okay, I'm going to pull it all the way up. And again, I want to make sure my pieces are pretty much even until I have a little loop up here. Now you don't need a really big loop, okay? So there's what I've got. And I'm just going to take my pliers, and I'm not even using crimping pliers, just regular pliers, and I'm going to crimp that bead down. And that's going to create a little double strand here. And we're going to do that with a bunch of these. It doesn't, I mean, it's totally up to you how many that you want to do. I'm going to do several because I like tassels to be long and full and big. Now that bead went on there much easier, so I don't know what the deal was with the last one, but again, just put it on there, crimp it down, flatten it out. And you don't have to crimp this. This isn't meant to be crimped correctly, really, to hold the two wires in place. And, you know, it's just meant to make a loop here, and that's all you're really doing. So it doesn't have to be done with crimping pliers. You can just flatten that little bead over the wire, and it's going to be fine on this. Okay. And that's going to hold them in place just fine. So I'm doing several. Come on now. I love this kit this month. The colors are so bright and happy and pretty. It had a lot of, I don't want those crossed, it had a lot of pinks in it as well. And I like the pinks, but I just kind of really liked these oranges together and the black. And I wasn't even going for like a Halloween vibe. I'm just going for, I just thought the colors looked pretty together. And as much as I like the pinks in there as well, I just kind of stuck with the orange and black for this. But it's very fall looking too, I think. And fall is on the way. I love fall. Okay. So just crimping them down. And I'm probably going to do all of them because I've only got 3 plus this one left. And you can make as many as you want or as few as you want. The wire comes on a 10-foot spool, so you get a lot of it. I could have made several more of these if I wanted to. This one's going to give me trouble. There we go. Soft Flex comes in beautiful colors as well. I really like this antique brass, it's pretty. Okay, and I'm just doing the same exact thing for all of them. I've got 2 more, and I'm definitely going to use them both. They're going to be pretty when we're done. We're going to put beads on these, floating beads. That one does not want to go on. My wire's a little bit. I've got to get some new cutters. My cutters are just so dull. They're terrible. Okay, and one more. Okay, and we're going to crimp that one up here. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Now you could add more, like I said, if you wanted to. Now we're going to pull the beads in. And we're just going to start adding the beads on at random places on all of these wires. The single wire. I'm not putting the wires together. That's why I doubled them over and made 2 on here. So let's see. So I'm going to take this one and we're going to scoot him all the way up toward the top. Take a crimp bead, scoot it all the way up, flatten it out. Let's see, I'll do black. And maybe this one. Let these hang down a little more. Take your crimp bead. And flatten it. Okay, now we could do one more on the end if we wanted. I don't think I'm going to on that one. I think I'm going to move on to the next one here. Now this one, I want the bead to hang right in here. So I don't want to use that big one yet. I think I'll use one of these barrel ones. And I'm just going to kind of lay it to where he hangs right where I want him to. Crimp it down. Let's take one of these flat ones. Go right about there. And then we'll do a black one all the way at the bottom. Okay, so there's our first couple of strands. Now I'm just going to do the same thing throughout this whole piece. I'm just varying the lengths. Okay, so I'm just continuing to add some beads. Just like this. Okay, let's go up to the top here. Let's do maybe one of these guys. No, I've got one right beside there. I don't want to do the same one. Let's do black. I don't have any black up here at the top. And that crimp bead has a tiny crimp bead inside of it. Oops, don't want to use my cutters, do I, to crimp? That would not be good. Even though they're dull, I don't think that that would be good. Okay, so there's a black one. I think I want to use these big ones kind of in the middle. Actually, I think I'm going to do this big one right here. So right about there. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm going to put something on the bottom here. Let's see, I'd like to use a couple of these spacers. I wonder if I could do this. Let's put him on and the spacer. That's kind of cute. Okay, there it is. This is turning out good. I like it. Okay, let's see, what have we not done? We've done those, all of those, so let's go here. I would like to use these rondelles as well, these rhinestone rondelles. Let's see, that kind of looks good. I could even do, let's do this fire polish bead, the rhinestone rondelle, and the tube bead. Yeah, and let's bring them down a little. Right down about here. Okay, cute. Okay, and then I think I will do another one of these. Right there. Okay, and I'm trying to just make it full with beads and just, you know, just full with beads, but everything varying and kind of, you know, things laying opposite or, you know, catty-cornered with each other. Not catty-cornered, what's the word I'm looking for? Off. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but anyway. I like it though. I think it's turning out cute. Let's see. Let's do this black bead. No, I want to do him on the other side. Let's do this guy down here. I'm going to do him about here in the middle. About like this. And then maybe one of the barrel beads at the bottom. And there were plenty of beads in this kit. I mean, you could do lots and lots more than I'm doing even if you wanted to. There were so many. It was a great, huge kit of beads. Okay, now we're nearing the middle, and I do want to put these bigger beads, a couple of them kind of in the middle. So I think I'll go ahead and do the silver one now, the big silver one, this guy. And I'm just going to try to get the wire as close to the center as I can going through there. Kind of on the side. Let's see here. See if I can, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna put a crimp bead on. And I want him to hang just kind of mid, right about there. Okay, right about like that. Perfect. And then I'm gonna add one of these bright orange ones on the bottom. Okay. All right, it's looking good. So just continue to add all of your beads on. Again, it's up to your own creative control. I'm going to fill every strand that I've got. I'm not going to leave any without beads, but you can do it however you want. So just add them all on and come on back. Okay, so we've got our tassel here. It is fun, it is flirty, it is full of goodness, and I love it. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a jump ring and we're going to hang our little Green Girl Studios charm. Oh goodness, will that jump ring not go through there? Okay, you're going to have to use a very small, oh no, it worked, okay. Okay. And we're just going to hang it on the chain when we dangle the tassel. So I'll show you what I mean here. I want it to hang this way. Okay, so we're going to take our chain. And we're just going to hook this right through here. Hook this right through here, and we're just going to hook it right onto our chain. Now you can do this a couple different ways. You can hook it onto your links of your chain if you want. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to hook it right onto the chain, just like this, and it can float through the chain, or the chain can float through it. Okay, so there it is. Really cute. All right. So now we're just going to finish our ends. Now you have to measure how you want it to hang on you. I like tassels to be kind of long. So I've got my chain measured out. Let's see how long it is. And actually, I would have liked for it to be a little longer, but this is the only piece that I had of this. So I'm at 12, about 13 and a half. So what's 13 and a half and 13 and a half? 27. Yeah, about 27 inches total on my chain. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my lobster and my ring here, and I'm going to go ahead and hook this ring right on here for the lobster to clasp onto, and then I'm going to put my lobster right on. Okay, just like this. And there we have it. It's a really cute, really flirty, really fun. Could be Halloween if you wanted it to. I think it's more fall-like just because of the little bird here, and it does have, of course, the oranges and blacks are Halloween, but they're fall as well. And I love the copper, or this antique brass, I guess, that shows through. You could do an antique brass chain, and that would be really pretty as well. I may even try that. Let me see what I've got. Okay, so here I have an antique brass chain. Actually, I don't think I like it as well as the silver, so I'm just going to leave it. But here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. Check out Soft Flex. They do these kits every 3 months or so, I believe. And it's a lot of fun, and I will link the unboxing again in the description box below this video. You can check it out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.